Hello everybody, so today I will talk about calculus. The topic today is about the integral. We have the integral of square root of s, square root of s, and so on. Multiply with the square root of s plus the square root of s and so on. And we multiply with the square root of s, the cubic root of s, the root of number 4 of s, and so on. So I will show you the technique how to answer the question. So let's consider about this one first. For this one, we put about capital A. Later that, we put the square in the both sides, so we can cancel the square root. Next, we know that this one is similar for the capital A, so we can change into A. And now we can find the value of A. So we know that there are two solutions. The first one, a equal to 0, and the second one, a equal to s. If a equal to 0, everything go to 0, so we cannot find the integral in here. So we just have only this one left, and a equal to s. So we change this one into s. Next, we go to the second one. We put equal to b. So we put the square in the both sides. And now we know that this one is similar for b, so we change for b. So we got about b squared minus b minus s. So we have value of b, and we just consider s just like the number. And now we find delta. So we have negative number 1. We put on the square, and we have negative 4 multiplied with number 1 multiplied with negative of s, and we got about 1 plus 4s. Next, we have b equals to, we have negative, so you got about positive, and we have the square root of 1 plus 4s, and we have 2a. Let's see about number 1, so we move about 2. Next, we have the second one. We know that if s is in the positive, so 1 plus 4s is greater than number 1. And if we have number 1 minus this one, they will go to the negative number, because even we have the square root of number 1, 1 minus 1, you got about 0, but we have 4s, this one you will got about negative. As you can see, this is about the square root, and the square root always provide positive number, so we need to reject this one. So we accept this one. So we change b into here. And the last one, we know that this one we can put about s to the power of 1 over 2. Later that we have s multiplied with 1 over 2 multiplied with 1 over 3, and so on. And we can put about s to the power of 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 multiplied 1 over 3. So in this one we can put about 1 over 2 factorial, 1 over 3 factorial, and so on. Next, we use about Taylor series of e to the power of s is about 1 plus 1 plus s over 1 factorial plus s squared over 2 factorial. And we know that if we put about e to the power of number 1, so you got about 1, 1, 1, and 1. But on the series, we just start from 1 over 2 factorial. So we move number 1 and 1 over 1 factorial in here. On the left, this is number 1. So 1 plus 1 is about 2. So we minus number 2 in here. And we can get the series in here. And now, for this one, we can change into s to the power of e minus 2. And now we can change this one in here. Now we need to simplify. We put 1 over 2 outside. And we have s multiplied with s to the power of e minus 2. So you got about s to the power of e minus 1. And the next one, that's about s to the power of e minus 1 multiplied with the square root of this one. Next, the integral of s to the power of e minus 1, you will get about 1 over 2 multiplied with s to the power of e minus 1 plus 1 over e minus 1 plus 1. So you got about s to the power of e. And this one you got about e. Now we just have the second one. In this situation, I will use about integration by substitution. So we put about u equal for this square root. We put the square in the both sides because we still have s in here. So we need to find the value of s. So you got about u squared minus 1 over 4. And now we do first the derivative of this one. You will get about 2u du equal to 4 ds. We simplify with number 4. and now we need to change ask, we change for this one. The square root we change for u. The ask we change for this one. And now we put the number outside, number 2 outside, and you got about 1/4 multiplied with 4 to the power of e minus 1. So we have 4 is around number 1, so we got about 4 to the power of e. And now we just have about u square minus 1 to the power of e minus 1, and we have u square du. So we will apply hypergeometric function for this one. And now about u, we need to change back for this one. We put in here, in here, and here. So we have the square root and number 2, so you got about 1 plus 4s, 1 minus 1, you got about 0. This one we change to 1 plus 4s. Next, we combine the answer in here. So we got about this one. Plus this one. And this is the final answer. That's the end. Thank you for watching.